Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, so in my emails currently, I'm currently pitching, I guess, this date here of Saturday, January 21st, 9 a.m. Standard Time, same time as New York. And what I'm doing is I'm currently going through my futures and options strategy. What this entails, if you ever become Quant Leap member, you come into your dashboard and you click off this Python, C++, algo, indie trading, business course, futures and options, algos. In there, you'll find a set of courses that are available of 24 units. And there's certain units that I've not covered since going up to the holidays of 2016, Christmas time. And it was kind of waning on the audience size, so I decided to just focus what I'm currently focusing on the new system. And as a result, I'm wanting to do a makeup class for all those missed topics. So those missed topics include these. So it's really getting into areas of options, specifically options on futures. We've got to cover some optimal hedging, which is going to be really important as we start to see the markets decline. We've also got examples here of using options. Again, it's on futures, as defined by this course that we're using. Also, we get into lots of option pricing, call put parity, which has been probably the number one type of strategy for 2016. And then, of course, option trades. But from there, we will continue after the 21st to finish it up with the last 4 weeks, which include these elements, which will happen on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll cover Black-Scholes, hedging options, and then finally an example of a futures and options. So up until this point, we've got a variety of other subjects that lead up to this particular makeup course. So as usual, we've got a lot of those covered. So if I look at, let's say the first step here, the optimal hedging, which is starting here at unit 14, typical course module, I guess you could call it, would have the algorithm defined from the book that we're using and the course. This is the reference course module. And then we have source code supplied either in Python or C++. And then I've got my code walkthrough for that. It's very simple stuff. It's not brainiac. It's using a lot of fundamental analysis, which is typical because that's what drives the markets. And if you want to know how to properly explain why markets, basically pricing is driven, it's driven by basic supply and demand, which I still can't figure why people can't get that. So all these are important elements as we move into 2017. And I do believe that commodities will be the best place to trade for 2017. So futures will be obviously a big driver of that, and the best place to be is in options. So this will have a huge benefit for all involved. Now, as I said, the typical module would contain, as I said, a reference to the course that we're doing, my interpretation of the algorithm, top of a code walkthrough. So what we're doing here on January 21st at 9 a.m. is to cover any open queries that you may have over all these materials for these steps between unit 14 and options trading, which is unit number 20. So between unit 14 optimal hedging and option trades, I want to cover if you have any queries and answers as a group that we can, typical like a university course, have a group discussion on it. Now, this is what I would consider a mini workshop. Now, here's the requirement from your point of view. I have spent a lot of time going through these on the replays because there is a typical replay for these. So you'll get the code walkthrough video on top of a a video playback like here, and typically that's how I've been doing it for a while. But it got to a point where I was becoming kind of, I hate to say it, a wasted effort. So I'm trying to make up for these units here between 14 and 20, covering these topics. But here's the catch. I'm not going to re-present any of this material, and the reason is because it's already there. Time is very, very precious to me, as I could be taking that same time and devoting it to developing my system. So if you want to be involved and be part of this, or you're currently one of my members who want to learn this, what I'm going to require you to do is to go through these sections here that I've highlighted between units 14 and 20, come up with any questions you have, and email me them before Thursday night, my time, Eastern Standard Time, of, it gives me 2 days notice of what to focus on for Saturday. So get all your questions in before January 19th, okay? So I'm going to make note of that right now. Okay. Anything comes in after the 19th, I won't go over. Now, here's what could happen if people don't take advantage of this. If this turns into a dud, which I don't want, I guess we're going to have a very quick presentation or quote-unquote workshop at 9 a.m. And I'm trying to give people enough notice to go through this because, as it says right here at the bottom, if you are interested, I would strongly recommend you jump on this as soon as possible to properly prepare for these topics if you're unfamiliar with them. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. Please get all your questions in concerning these topics for those units that I've highlighted by January 19th. Anything that comes in after that, I'm just not going to answer on. And then as a group that are a part of that, we can maybe talk about these topics come Saturday, January 21st at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So hopefully we can take advantage of this time slot that I'll dedicate to you all, and we can go from there. If people do take advantage of it, awesome. If not, I guess it will be a short Q&A or workshop, whatever you want to call it. So that's the goal of that, and please take advantage of it. But you do need to become a member, and if you want to join, all you gotta do is just come over into the elite section and just click on this become a Quant Elite member now, which will take you to a very small payment of that for access to everything already, and that's for 30 days for each month. Okay. And also I need to highlight here that this course, no different than my Interactive Brokers API workshop that I held late last year, also the Interactive Brokers, the Python Trading Course Infrastructure Building Blocks. These are going to be spun off independent courses from my Elite membership. So this will be my third course that will be spun off that will just focus on options and futures. Now, as part of my Elite membership, I've got a really cool bonus if you are really down for this. If you come into my membership here for the Quant Elite, just type in CME. In here, what you'll find are 3 very cool projects, I guess you could call them. We have here option strategies for commodity buyers, option hedging strategies for selling commodities, and option hedging strategies for buying commodities. So if you're ever interested in hedging, whatever side you want to sit, from the CME, they put out some reports for farmers basically, or anybody in the agricultural space, and they went through a full detailed report on how to do this stuff as a tutorial. So what I've done is I've turned those strategies into actual code. So what I've got here is I've got all these videos here available with the corresponding source code, which are all done in C++. The beautiful thing that I've got is if you came into my channel, hey there, how's your trading going? And just clicked on the most recent videos, what you'll find here is this. These last 6 videos are leading up into a position management application or program where these sort of strategies will be perfect, because these are algorithms that you can use and run in parallel as the data comes in. So these little algorithms that I have are going to be perfect for that. Also, I have the same thing in this course that I'm referring to as well. So they're easily convertible to C++, but they're there. And so you now have probably, let's put it this way, dozens upon dozens of new algorithms at your disposal that you can deploy into these C++-like position managers when you put on a trade. And then you have now algorithms that you can deploy in those position manager application. So there's a lot of advantages here. Now, again, I'm going to make sure we understand this crystal clear. If you come under the Elite, you'll notice here closing announcement on this membership. So all this stuff that I'm showing specifically here, the CME stuff, and there's a lot more than you know. Okay, all done in C++, and it just goes on and on for futures trading for CME. Okay, that's part of my membership currently. So there's a lot of useful stuff in here that will set you off for 2017 in the right way. Okay, so again, all this stuff that I'm showing you right now will disappear, and there will be no more public access to it at all, or just pretty well no access to it. And but I'll have it in my own arsenal of upcoming systems that I'll be deploying, be it in the commodity space, future space, or options space. Now, I bring this up because I was thinking earlier today that I will be most likely trading sooner than I thought, live trading, using my little minuscule Oanda account. The thing is, it's not just only a pure FX or Forex broker, but they also allow you to trade commodities. Yes, there are major commodities like oil and gas and gold, silver, but these are really good little strategies that you can experiment with and deploy them into the same account as Oanda. I don't know what kind of assets they are. They're definitely not futures. I don't know if they're ETFs or what kind of assets and how they're related back to Oanda, but you can trade them, and you can trade them like commodities. So I will be able to take advantage of the commodity space once I get into that live trading mode. So in the next few months, I'm hoping to get into Forex in a very limited way, because of the currency selection is pretty pathetic, but that's right across the board among all retail Forex brokers. But the exception of one would be LMAX. LMAX is an amazing broker. I've done a video on that. If you want to see that, just again come into my channel. Hey there. And just do a search on LMAX, and it'll explain all the currencies that are available in LMAX to choose from. And this goes into areas like lira, Turkish lira, South African rand, ruble. Those are probably the top 3 most volatile currently currencies out there, and that's where you make your money, is in volatility in forex. So if you really want to take real advantage of really maximizing your profit potential, you want to be on LMAX as a broker. But it's no different than if you were with interactive brokers. You have to contribute 10,000 local dollars to wherever you're based out of. So in my case, I'm in Canada, I have to provide 10,000 Canadian dollars. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. But for now, coming up on, again, this date, Saturday, January 21st, 9 a.m. Okay. Deadline for your questions is January 19th, which I believe is a Thursday. Just check that. Okay, yeah, so January 19th is Thursday, and then 21st is the actual Q&A stuff. Okay, so get on that and let me know. I want to take full advantages of this time at 9 a.m. January 21st, which is Saturday, Eastern Standard Time for both times, or both events. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.